And good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Friday, January 23rd, 2026. So we're going to take a look at the usual suspects. We're going to go through SPX SPY. We'll look at NDX, IBIT, MJ, MSauce. Okay. VIX. And then we'll go on the 65 for SPY and the VIX. We have some new information here. And so we can pinpoint a little bit better on where I think, even in the micro term, where we're going with this next move. So we're doing this intraday about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get these videos intraday, consider becoming a YouTube supporter. It's 99 cents, comes with the Discord and the Cheddar Flow data. We've been using these dark pools, so make sure you stick around. The dark pools, price has been just pinging and pinging against them. It's fantastic. I'm glad we brought this in, and it's given us just level-to-level trading on SPY and even individual names. So if you want individual stock analysis, that's $4.99. All right, so let's jump into it. We have SPX on the daily time frame. We see as bearish rising wedge, broke down, a technical breakdown, and we're back testing that wedge now. So we have 2 days in a row. I do believe we're done here. We could get one more inside day, and I'll show you how when we get to the 65, but we do have a gap below us. We have a gap above us, and I still think that we can reclaim that gap right there. Just a couple of points to the upside, not a whole lot, but I think that's kind of the unfinished business. That's what's happening right there. So trends up, boom, boom. We have McClellan oscillator. We rejected after being overbought there, and we're now headed to the downside again. And that's pretty obvious because you have IWM, you have SMH, you have some weak stocks underneath the hood, but the mega tech stocks are holding things up right now. And that's clear that need to happen because of their oversold conditions. So let them bounce. Everything else is rotating out, rotating in there. Once that rotation's done, you should see this selling commencing. And yeah, so that's that. DMARC. All right, we have a 6 count so far, nothing to really look at. We have our setup here, and I did see the question that was in the YouTube. If you're a member, ask me these questions in the Discord because you'll get them a lot faster, more efficient because we're in there pretty much all day and I check back often. So with somebody said, what's this OptionsTender setup you have? Well, it's really, it's not like I didn't find these somewhere. I didn't create them, but what I did was I customized them for myself. So we have the RSI. There's your customization, 5 days. Here's 70, 35, 70, 30. Slow stochastic, 80, 20, 5, 3. I believe that's the standard. And then you have your MACD-V, which is very helpful. It's the education on this is in the Discord, in the Education Center, if you're not familiar. It just creates boundaries for the MACD, while the regular MACD is boundless. Okay, so we have the histograms. We're in bearish conditions, and all we're doing, this blue leader line, is back testing that yellow MACD line. Okay, we're getting the curl up here on the slow stochastic, and that's clear why. Price bounced off of that 50-day moving average and is holding up here just above, right on that 8 EMA. And again, because of this, I do think we tap that gap close by Monday, get some sort of turnaround Tuesday. We may even get a rejection Monday, or maybe price action will just kind of stick there. It all depends on what holds the market up. Do we have another mega tech stock name that needs to rebound more and kind of holds things for another just kind of doji, dull day Monday, and then we get the follow through Tuesday? That's possible. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. We had that oversold bounce there as well, and that's playing out. All right. We did, if you want to go to yesterday's video, we saw the oversold in the money flow. We saw the Bollinger Band off of these lows a few days ago. So you can check back on those. We saw oversold conditions on the RSI and so on and so forth. Okay, so with the direction, I still think this is good here, but I was, putting this up here. Were we going to get that 7,000? I don't think so anymore. I think we're just going to close that gap right there and then head lower. Okay, and yes, it could go as low as this point, but we do have horizontal support here as well, so it doesn't need to have this off balance kind of head and shoulder setup. It could be more horizontal as well. This is just kind of a placeholder and just show you what we're looking at, and we'll be looking for a 5-wave impulse move here. So far we have a 3-wave move, so we're keeping bulls alive with this setup because it's only 3 waves. If we start to move lower, now we can have some confirmation that this is more of an impulse. Okay, and I'm looking at this as a 1-2-1-2, and I'll show you on the lower time frame. So let's go to. I said we're going to SPY. We don't really need to. Let's go to NDX. All right, and let's just keep this simple here. Okay, this is it. This is all that's happening. We have a wedge here, and we're back testing. Simple as that. Now you can draw this, other ways. I think on the Qs we have it drawn because of the dividend, just a little bit different. Oh, that's the old triangle. Haven't updated that one. So, if you're an Elliott trader, triangles are key. And this was a fake break, and we're back testing that triangle. So you can, people look at the market like this as well. So this triangle is very valid. And you see how pop and drop there. And if it continues to move higher, obviously that would become the bow and arrow support right here. I said obviously, sorry. That's just, it's not obvious. That's why we're here, is to learn. And if that's the case where it holds on here, it is still possible that we could close this gap up here. I think it's highly unlikely unless we really see some push to the upside. But yeah, highly unlikely right now. But if it does start to push up there, we can adjust this a certain way. We'll have to watch and see. I'm not in that camp though. Let's go to VIX. All right, so the VIX is, let's put those moving averages on. VIX rejected off of this downtrend line. It had that reversal candle, fell down to the 20 moving average. And I talked to members this morning, and we talked about this trend line. I said, don't worry about the trend line. Where you could fall through it a little bit. It made a slight low, but yesterday we regained that trend line, by the way, and the 20 moving average. And then yesterday's video, I said, okay, well, something could happen where you got a doji yesterday, but I was like, I said, just watch out. Tomorrow on Friday could be your reversal candle, and we're getting that reversal candle. It's an indecision. We'll have to see follow through confirmation, but so far so good on to this being a big move here, coming back and holding on to support. Okay. And again, you can look at yesterday's video if you want to talk about the cycles that are at the bottom there. Let's go to MJ. So the MJ setup is starting to happen, where we have the breakout here, but we just have a little bit of work to do to get above this 20 moving average and such. And usually, it's been where the market tops and the cannabis market bottoms. So we'll continue to monitor that. Here's MSauce, same kind of thing. It's holding on to this kind of weird flag. Got a little pop today, but still in this consolidation area. And I did a full analysis on these two and comparisons, and showed you why. And we had a cycle analysis again for individual members. I'll pin that up top in this section, so you can review that if you want to become a member. Okay. And why it might take just a little bit longer and go sideways for a little bit. All right, it has to do with cycles. It's all about timing. Okay, and let's go to Bitcoin. IBIT. Okay, so here's this bear flag that we've been watching. All right, I'm going to take these fibs here. I'm not going to really use them anymore. What could be happening in my mind is if we start to break to the upside a little bit more, we could fail from here, get a bounce, and that's what we're looking for, is this gap close here, and then a rejection. But this also could just be an ABC for a larger degree A, and then a B, and then you get that impulse up here once again to fill out the flag just a little bit more. But let me put a retracement on here. And this is a good thing to always do. You never know when corrections are going to keep correcting, okay? So we put on our retracements, and it held on to that golden pocket once again. That's from bottom to top there, 62% retracement, and tag the flag bottom right here, or channel bottom, and is starting to bounce off of that. So we could fill this out for a more complex correction, all right? So always, you know, don't expect, just because you see an ABC, that could have been done here, all right? And that could have just fell from that point. And then it got complex to where this was an ABC into an A, and this became your higher degree B, and this C, and it can be done, right? You can get a 1-2 setup, and it just heads lower. But things like to confuse. So that trade we took on coin, we're still holding on to it yesterday. And you know, my apologies. It's like the two trades that I give you guys in the public. Hey, I'm you know, I eat crow. I'll eat crow on this one. Netflix was awful, and now it's starting to move after its earnings dump. And coin had this little dramatic drop that basically came into it's basically a reversal candle today for the weekly time frame. So I do still suspect, because of those setups and MicroStrategies, because of those setups, I do believe that we're going to head to the top of this flag here once again. Okay. All right. Sorry, that's my dog. Somebody's here. So we have IBIT. Let's go to SPY on the 65. And here's where we're going to talk about these dark pools. Now, it's going to be really, really busy in here, okay? But it really does matter, all of these points. And what we're talking about is, see, this dark pool held today, yesterday, held today once again, and price is getting tighter. So what I think is happening is we have our A, our B, and we're looking to complete C. So you have this impulse wave in there. And what I think is, because these prices held, and you're holding a lower high and a higher low, that's where I think we're actually making a triangle. So we go sideways. This triangle can fill out until Monday, and then sometime maybe late Monday or so, we can get our last move up here for wave 5 to complete the C wave and get your dark pools that have been printing right here at 691.50-ish. You have the cluster, plus we have our A to C extension here at 162, and we have our, you can't see it behind there, but it's our 786 retracement from the top of this wave 2 to the bottom of this, so we'll call it this new 1 here. So wave 1, because we're looking at this as being a 1-2, 1-2. Once that completes, and then continue to the downside. So this makes perfect sense. Move sideways, you get those inside days, and then we'll dot right up here. So what about the Qs? You're talking about everything's so freaking bullish, right? Well, no, it's just a rotation, and it seemed that way. It seemed like we can just go to new all-time highs right away. But I don't think that's the case. I think we may have topped here today for the Qs, and we might get a lower high here for this move here. So we had these dark pool clusters right up top, so we could spike up there, I guess, one more time going into Monday if it's going to help the market stay up. So you could look at this as, yeah, Microsoft is just taking off. It needed to. It was so completely oversold, and I wish I don't trade Microsoft very often. I wish I would have, but it does appear that this last move has a 1, 2, 3, 4. And so maybe we spike up here to tag that dark pool. You see how it's unfinished, and get a wick through this 887 deep retracement. And this is a fake candle up here. This is the actual top right there. So you have a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup here as well. Everything's lining up. And here's what we should suspect on IWM. I know I don't usually chart out IWM, but we're looking at this kind of impulse move here off the top, giving us a nice weekly and daily reversal candle. And what we want to see from this is just some relief off of there, okay? And so a bounce here, and that will help the market get to those highs that we're talking about, right? And maybe close the gap, maybe close that gap, island gap there. That's possible. And then continue to the downside with the rest of the market. So I do believe IWM has topped with this. This does look like an ending diagonal there that finished off. So, all right. So let's go to the VIX, and we can end this here and look at on the 65, where we can have this last completion. All right. So we have this uptrend. We're holding on to that uptrend. It looked like it wanted to, poke down below that, but now we're kind of nesting here. And again, maybe this makes a higher low, but this also could tag down here a little bit lower. Yeah, I don't put too much into these trend lines with the VIX. It gets very, very volatile. It moves quick. The daily time frame, you'll have a wick through here, but it looks like we're trading down low. Either way, we're holding on to that 20 moving average on the daily time frame. I think this looks good to start closing some gaps going into next week. Okay, so that's that. We have this big island gap. It's crazy. Gap up, island gap, gap down, island gap, gap up. This is crazy price action, but I wouldn't doubt, because we're holding on to the support here. Here's a little trickery that the VIX likes to do. You could gap up for the VIX on Monday, and so get everybody kind of frightened, like, oh, and then it just gaps up so it can fade. So maybe we get another island gap, and it fades and closes the gap, and that would allow, even though it makes a higher low, that would allow SPY to go through that triangle and go up to that last target at 191.50. Okay, that elusive 191.50. We'll see it. We'll see it soon. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for joining us here at OptionsTender. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you this weekend.